to throw something your way. I used to do this segment back in the day. It was called Winners That Didn't Win.
I'm pumped for this.
When Scotty wins, I think it's more appropriate because Scotty wins. You had a lot of people on Twitter last couple of days saying this would be an epic leaderboard if Scotty wasn't involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we give one trophy out a week, and there's guys that have great weeks and great moments and great, couple of days, whatever the case may be, and we don't give them their flowers. So I wanted to throw this your way in terms of some names that I felt like maybe had a winning week that didn't get the claret jug. And I think you wrote some names down as well.
I did. Names, subjects.
Subjects. Okay. Subjects works as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Harris English.
Okay.
His major record this year was incredible. Final rounds in majors for Harris English, shot 65 on Sunday at the PGA to jump 34 spots, tie second. Shot 66 on Sunday at the Open, into a T second as well. Somehow played the Ernie role to like Scotty's Tiger major year, which is not the person I would have had in that position. But kudos to Harris English. Very impressive year. Playing the big events. Basically the opposite of Patrick Cantlay is what Harris English did this year in the majors. On the Ryder Cup team, book it, mark it, send him his outfit. One of the top 5 American players in golf right now, in my opinion.
He has been a vulture for these Ryder Cup points, Shane. An absolute vulture. So I had something similar on my list. It was Harris English's Wikipedia page is a big winner this week.
I like that.
We're going to go back. We're going to see those 2 yellow boxes, and we're like, dang, Harris English finished second to Scotty Scheffler twice? Wow. And it's like, did he really hit like a really high pressure shot down the stretch of a major championship? Not really. So Harris English
somehow you're somehow drowning out the positive segment we're doing.
No, it is positive. I did actually have a question about Wikipedia pages to you.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll look back in, I don't know, 20 years and be like, how the heck did Xander Schoffley win 2 major championships in the same season as Scotty Scheffler's reign?
I mean, it's a great point. Something we should probably investigate at some point is we should go into like Jack, Tiger, Arnie, Phil, like in their primes, and see who that person was. Like who was the random guy that picked off 1 or 2 or played at maybe won one and almost won another. Would be kind of fun to do.
It's almost like the VJ season that everyone talks about. Yeah,
when he won 9 times, whatever that season is crazy.
It feels like
was that 04?
That sounds
I think it was
right.
04.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want my second one?
Yeah, go.
This one hit the airwaves as well. It was a little topic on the broadcast. Royal Portrush's locker room is a big winner this week. Wyndham Clark showing a little bit of form there. Had a really nice final round. He was paired with Brian Harman. You kind of thought, oh my gosh, are these 2023 major winners? Are they going to sneak up on the Ryder Cup team again somehow? Probably not. But Wyndham Clark, very bad year so far, as we know, both antics on and off the golf course. And he sort of owned up to it after the fact. He was kind of bummed that the news leaked of the Oakmont letter and all that. For those who don't know, Oakmont gave out a letter to the membership saying Wyndham Clark has to give a meaningful contribution to a charity, has to go through anger management class, and has to apologize maybe. It was like three things. And so the Portrush locker room is a big winner for me this week.
Yeah, totally. It seems from all reports, everything's together, which is nice, and I'm happy about that. I think that was a good one. I mentioned Hao Tong Lee. I think the finish, 15-17, gets into the Masters. Going to be his first Masters start since 2019. A winner I had. Got her up as well. You basically could retire on the 2 weeks he had in across the pond, which was awesome. And then the old guys, like Justin Leonard makes the cut. That was awesome. Phil shoots 4 under on Sunday, made the cut. Got to love that as well. And then, DJ's the same age as me, so I don't want to say old guy, but just a good week. So I had kind of the old guys in there as well in terms of the winners.
I like that one. I believe after the first round, 7 guys, 44 and above, were under par out of the 20. Which is pretty cool. Like Lee Westwood, Zach Johnson was under par, I think, too.
Interesting,
dude, at the time, I was like, is Zach Johnson going to have the best major season in 2025?
It's gonna be like the 3rd best major season. He plays great at Augusta, and it's like, here he goes again. This guy's just like, he obviously plays these 2 majors well. So
yeah, Hao Tong Lee probably going to be on the PGA Tour next year too. I think he entered the week inside the top 10 of the DP World Tour who gets the card. So probably shored that up. He was sort of on my list. That clothing brand, I've only seen 2 people wear it.
Which one is it?
Descente.
Yeah, is that what Xander wears?
Exactly. A lot of airtime today for them with the zipper collar up which
Man, that's a throwback.
which is a move. So
that was early 2000 stuff right there with the zips. I used to have those. That was like the first Nike iteration was the zips, and I used to get those baggy sleeves, the zip top. Yeah.
Okay, I might have to go to a vintage thrift store or something and look at them.
You could pull it off.
Hot mics were another winner for me.
Yeah, big time.
Smiley Kaufman apologized. He shouldn't have apologized. Smiley, come on, eat that.
Can I tell you this? I broadcast golf occasionally. Never apologize for hot mic. I never do it.
Okay,
like not for me. Not like I'm saying something I shouldn't say. I mean, I'm sure I have before. But when it picks up a player saying something they shouldn't have, never apologizing.
They do it all the time.
You've heard the F word before, man. It happens on this planet. You've gone to a baseball game. You've heard it. Like maybe you don't love it, but it's part of life, and it's going to happen again.
Yeah, and so I was watching the World feed all week, which is awesome. And I mean, those mics were red hot. It's like we're at the equator, it seemed like. And then final one is Rory's content consumption. It seems like every major championship.
It's a great call.
We had something new with Rory. He was reading He was reading that one book. It was John Grisham at the Masters. Devils wears Prada, of course, with Anne Hathaway. Who's the lead actress in that? Oh, gosh, man. Shane, a big blind spot of mine is I confuse famous people all the time.
Lead actress in Devil Wears Prada?
Is it Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Okay, yeah. Anne Hathaway in that.
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
And then the dude from Entourage is in it. Adrian, whatever his name is, right?
Adrian.
He's the boyfriend. He's the boyfriend with the hair.
Oh, Vinny Chase.
Yeah, and they're apparently they're doing a second one, and he didn't get the nod.
What?
He got cut.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
So hey, the star flames out for us all, man. It all flames out at some point.
Thank God I have you on the show. I didn't know any of this. Dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to go on some forums and leave some anonymous comments.
Get on your Reddit after this.
So obviously, Oppenheimer was the movie this week. Felt like Scotty had a appointment viewing to his own version of Oppenheimer, playing with Hao Tong Li today. That guy was every which way, it seemed like, but. I enjoy hearing what Rory's watching. It's all over the map.
Yeah, so this is funny. About 2 years ago, I had this idea to pitch to Rory of doing a book club podcast. Him and I do a book club podcast, no golf books. The only golf book we do is the last episode of the year. And as this stuff has started to sprinkle out, I'm like, dude, I should have like really hammered him on this. Because I think he'd do it. I think he'd be into it. I don't know if that company that's on his bag that they talked about a lot all week would care to be involved, but I just feel like he would like to spend time talking about that kind of stuff. I feel like he'd be into that.
Yeah, I felt like when he did the no laying up with Succession, like all time.
Yeah, he did that on the trap jar or something, and it was great. Yeah,
like all time. Yeah, he'll definitely do that. Like when he gets like older and his kid's like out of the house, game.
I remember I had Rory on my first ever podcast, and I asked him, he was injured at the time, and I said, hey, if you weren't golf, very, very, very normal, simple question we all probably lean on more than we want to. What would you be doing if you weren't a golfer? Yeah. And he's like, probably like this. I was like, oh, okay, there you go. Good to know. That's fun to hear. Sweet. So winners didn't win into maybe people that did not win.
Yeah,
I got biggest disappointments of the week. I'll let you kick it off on somebody that bummed you out. What was a disappointing player or person for the week?
It was our boy, technically this week, P Reed. All this chatter about the Ryder Cup. The bots were out and about. Big week for P Reed. Finished top 10 here in 2019. Just like he's in all the majors, man. And then you look and you're like, is he actually in all the majors? I don't think he is. But man, that Masters, that eagle on 17, that I don't think anyone has seen since. Dude, yeah, he's a guy who was talking about the Ryder Cup. He was talking about how he needed to play well in the Open to make a move in the Ryder Cup, maybe secure a spot on the team, and then it's just like lays an egg. And unfortunately, I told you I was a little bit lost in the bit from time to time with P. Reed in the Ryder Cup, and I think the bit's officially dead after this week.
Okay, we're out. Do you kind of get, you mentioned being lost in the bit. Do you find yourself sometimes confusing the bit with reality, or do you just is it all kind of the same for you?
I have no idea what's true and what's not true anymore. Okay. Yes. No, I'm 100% confusing reality.
Are you a bit now?
I think so.
You are?
Okay. Yeah. So
we're just bits.
Living in the bit. And unfortunately, one has died.
Yeah, so P was on my list as well. I got Morikawa pretty high on my list. His record since winning the Open, bad, bad, bad. Cut, T16th cut since 2021. Second shot golf course. This guy's supposed to be the best iron player in the world outside of Scotty Scheffler. Misses the cut. Just bad golf. Played terrible that second round at the Scottish into this. Just not been a Morikawa year. Not a lot of wins for the guy this season.
No, not good at all. And I think someone kind of in that same realm is Brooks Koepka, another disappointing guy for me. I think there were some murmurs of a potential knee injury this week. I don't want to put that out there. I just saw like a Twitter account tweet about
Good news
it.
is this. Well, that's what you should do. Is I would always quote anonymous Twitter accounts when we're live on a show. That's what you should be doing all the time. New Age journal.
Well, it had the check mark, which I think I don't think anyone can get, right?
Then you really got to roll with it.
But first time in his career that he's missed 3 major cuts in the same season. I think his worst major championship season before this was 2022, and he was definitely hurt during that. And we saw him bounce back in 2023.
Was that official or Twitter account that told you that?
Also a Twitter account and a picture from Getty Images when he was reading putts like a Spider-Man. But really, after his win at the PGA, he had T17 at LACC and the T12 at Oakmont, and it's been a whole lot of nothing. It's been nothing. It's been like one round. It's like, oh, Brooks is back, and so unfortunately, I don't know where to go with him. And I think I was kind of surprised when the broadcast said he was 35, which I know he's as old as Rory or just like a little younger than Rory, but
yeah, I think 1 year younger.
I always kind of group him more in like the JT Jordan camp for some reason.
Yeah, and you know, when you turn it on Thursday morning, I remember I like flipped. I got up. I think I set my alarm on Thursday at 5 a.m. because that was kind of when the big group started to tee off. And you flip it on. That was when it was like Phil and Lee Westwood, which was wild on Thursday. But Koepka was a couple under, and you're going, okay, well, this will be fun. Brooks being in the hunt, here we go. And that was about all she wrote. That was pretty much the only time he played any even decent golf of the week. The last one I got, and listen, we got to talk about this guy. Biggest disappointment, Joaquin Niemann. Now, I'm done with it. I'm done with the discourse about him. This is not a serious golfer. He's a very good golfer. He backdoors a top 10 at the PGA, and we all freak out like, here we go, floodgates opening. And then he immediately misses the cut at Oakmont and Portrush. He can win on live, that's fine. He can win occasionally at places, that's great. But this is not a guy that's a realistic contender in major championships, and we got to stop talking. This is a golf course he should play well at, this place, and he misses the cut. Honestly, he should play well at Oakmont too.
Yeah, I got at Oakmont. Hand up. I got. Put him, I think I'm
done picking him.
Like my top 10 in my power ranking.
We're done with this.
Shane, you'd be proud. He wasn't even in the power rankings this week. I don't know what it is. It's like, you're right. Like, he has unbelievable control of his golf ball. He can work it any which way. You see like videos of his stingers. I remember it like so vividly, the way he got around Riviera when he won the Genesis over Victor and Colin. Like, that tournament should be a launching pad to major championship contention.
Then, it's a major golf course.
Yeah. And it's like nothing has materialized from that, or like other great venues like, where did they play in Singapore? The Sentosa Golf Club. Like, it just, Sentosa and Riviera, you would think translates to Royal Portrush, but
basically the same golf.
It just hasn't. I'm with you, man.
Yeah. So I'm done. We're not talking about him again until he does something. If he top fives in a major, we can get him back into our rankings and conversations. But outside of that, I'm not talking about him in majors anymore. And also going to go down as maybe the if freezing cold takes like penned a tweet, the Phil tweet might need to be the top penned freezing cold tweet about Scotty not winning and he might not be the best golfer in the world. And obviously, I think the assumption there was it was Joaquin. Out of my face. Don't want to hear about it anymore.